Ian McIntosh with the Patients' Rights Action Fund knows this subject matter very well. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Ian. You're also Canadian. So this first ever conference was held in a country with a terrible track record for turning palliative care into assisted suicide. What can you tell us about the state of medical aid in dying in Canada?
Thank you for having me. First of all, I would say that the state of healthcare injustice in Canada, with exampling MAID, is a worst case scenario. That's important certainly for our American viewers as proponents attempt to legislate assisted suicide here. It's also important to note that MAID started out with the same type of initial campaign assurances, campaign promises, introducing safeguards and protections that were promised never to fall to expansion. And yet in Canada, we can see the efficient eugenical engine that was planned from the beginning. And up to date, we know by 2023, 60,000 Canadians have been killed as a result of MAID. And if percentage increases continue as they've trended, we're looking at approximately 70,000 Canadians that have died as a result of MAID. Hardly the rare occurrence that it was initially promised.
What kind of impact will a forum like this then have in the long run? It's highly unusual to see the Vatican kind of step in with an archdiocese to a specific country to host something like this.
The hope that's driven by this symposium is one of educational outreach that says assisted suicide / euthanasia, or MAID, is not healthcare. Death has never been an equally curative option to actual cures that cure conditions that can be cured. And the distinction made between palliative care and assisted suicide impressed a number of professionals there that didn't realize that palliative care isn't just for the dying. It's for the sick as well. It's a healthcare means of intervention that in a large percentage can act as a cure and actually lengthen life. There were also some incredible presentations that demonstrated that it's financially responsible to promote palliative care in order to save healthcare systems money. So you've got a win-win situation, really. And when we talk about palliative care, we can talk about hospice care, which is, you could call it a subset of palliative care. But I think to sum up, again, this idea that there are more of us than we realized, and a conclusion that everyone has been ringing the bell on is this idea that assisted suicide, euthanasia, is a solution to a problem that doesn't exist because palliative care and hospice care do exist.
That's
and
right.
As medical advances continue, the ethical uncoupling from these advances raises too many questions for us to ignore, and too many incentives for us to ignore, not to act upon, to make sure that society's most vulnerable have equal access to the best health care that we can provide and that technology demands us have.
Well, that certainly is where the data points. Thank you so much, Ian. We appreciate your expertise.
Thank you very much for having me.